Hey guys, and welcome to the 5th video for Scooby-Doo week. So, for the 5th video, we're doing a classic. Actually, it's probably my favorite movie I've seen. Out of all 7 reviews, this is the one was the most excited to rewatch. And after rewatching it, yeah, it might be my favorite out of the ones we saw. And that is Scooby-Doo, the live action version. Yeah, this movie's great. Music is great. There's a lot of stuff. This is just a movie that I really enjoyed. Rewatching this, I'm like, oh, this movie holds up. I love it. This is actually maybe one of my favorite Scooby-Doo movies. Yeah, so let's jump into it. This movie, also, I think it's said in the beginning of it. I want to say if it says it here on the back. The story in this is by somebody you should know very well, and it's by him and somebody else. It's by James Gunn. It's by him and somebody else, but he worked on the story and he did the screenplay. So this is a James Gunn movie. I forgot that James Gunn did this, and maybe that's why it is good, and because it's James Gunn and he makes good movies. But it's fun. It feels like Scooby-Doo. It feels a little bit mature, not like mature. It is rated PG, with some rude humor, language, and some scary action. I'm like, this should be like a PG-13 movie if you ask me. To be honest with me, nowadays I feel like this would definitely feel almost like a PG. This could be almost a PG-13 movie. It's very close on that line of being a PG-13 movie. But it's great. And the other thing is we have Matthew Lillard playing Shaggy, who if you don't know, he voices Shaggy in a lot of the anime stuff now, if not all of it. So him playing Shaggy works so well, and he plays the character so well. He looks like him. It's great. This is a fun movie. I love Scooby-Doo and all the cast. Velma, Daphne, and Fred, all the people that got to play them. I don't know who any of them are off the top of my head, or know who those actors as well as Matthew Lillard, but they're acting great. And Scooby is like obviously a giant CGI dog, because how else are you gonna have Scooby act like Scooby? A regular dog is not gonna act like Scooby does, so you kind of have to do CGI. It is fine. Actually, the thought of it fine for Scooby-Doo being CGI. That was fun. I actually enjoyed it. So let's jump into this movie. It starts off with them like on a mystery, and you have to stop this clown guy, who's on the phone that's covered. This clown guy is the guy they fight in the very beginning, like they're already in a mystery, and they stop the bad guy, and then they obviously get into a fight, and they break up, and then that's the beginning of the movie. They break up. I like how she got the clown guy on the fun, even though he's not the main villain, but it's fun, because the beginning it felt like very much like a Scooby-Doo plot. Then with the trapped and all falling apart, it's fun. And characters played well, and obviously they all break up, and then Scooby and Shaggy by themselves, and they get introduced by this guy, like, hey, come to this island, spooky island, and da-da-da, and obviously they say, oh, it's all you can eat, so Scooby and Shaggy come, and anybody else gets tricked into coming to solve the mystery, da-da-da, and all this thing. So basically they all get onto the plane, and they all get there, and they all go to kind of, when they get there, they meet the guy who runs it, and like, hey, the teens here are acting weird, da-da-da. Also on the plane, obviously Scooby gets dressed up as pretending to be the grandmother and stuff. Well, it's funny humor, because sometimes Scooby and Shaggy get dressed up in costumes and do stuff that's fun. But then also we have, he meets this girl on the plane called Mary Jane, who eat like Scooby snacks. So I'm like, okay, it's fun. Like I said, this movie is another one that has a love interest for Shaggy. And I'm like, okay, we have 3 movies that have that in this round. That was interesting. But they get to the island, meet the guy, find out teens are being like mind controlled or acting differently, and then they have to figure out what the deal is. So it's them they're all going on those kind of separate ways. And they get to a point where they get to this castle, and they figure out this abandoned castle. They all get in there, and they all find different things. Yeah, they find this little like pyramid thing that opens up. It's like a secret like relic thing, and then they find some other stuff about what's going on and stuff. There's this secret control room and how the kids are being controlled and everything, and they find more stuff. But then they find out there's these monsters that are attacking the players, and Scooby saw them earlier, but nobody believes them, and then they actually do attack, and then they find out, oh shit, there's monsters and stuff, and they took some of the people, and they have to go save Fred and Velma, and then eventually Daphne is kidnapped, and they have to go save her as well. So they go save her, and we find out Mary Jane is also maybe captured or controlled by one of those things. Scooby and Shaggy and one's left, and we find out Scooby is to sacrifice. He's gonna get sacrificed, this ritual thing, so they have to go and stop him. And then we find out there's a flashback where they talk about Velma talking to this other guy who she met about it, and it says Scrappy-Doo in it, and they kick him out of the thing and all this stuff. This is fun. Scrappy-Doo's in, who sounds like Scrappy-Doo, and he's like the mean kind of Scrappy-Doo. He's like, hey, I'm the best, very creepy respect kind of thing. Is fun. And at the end, they fight the big bad guy, and there's a lot of chasing stuff in it. So this is a fun movie. Fun where they have to eventually get to the end, they have to fight and save everybody and carry right back to their bodies and do everything. It's fun. The part where like most of the gang switches bodies because the spirits are in this thing and they have to take them out, and they have ectoplasm spirits are in this thing and have to take them out, and they go back to their bodies, and they go into different bodies and stuff. They eventually have to go at the end and they have the plan at the end. We gotta stop this thing, even though this is more supernatural and actually real monsters. We can do this, we can stop it, save the world, da-da-da, and they do. I like how Shaggy's the one who kind of like, I think it's the one who's like, hey, come on, we gotta stop this guy, we gotta save the world. I think Shaggy's the one who like gets them all into it, or I'm like, that's kind of odd that Shaggy's the one who gets scared. But I think Shaggy is like, even though he's scared, he does like, I don't think he wants people to get hurt and wants to help and do stuff. So yeah, it's fun. So they actually all get together and they have to go save Scooby, so that's the other thing. But yeah, so they go save Scooby, then we find out who the real villain is. The guy who was running the whole place was just a robot, and inside a was Scooby-Doo. He was the main villain, so they have to stop him. He eventually gets the souls of a bunch of the things and becomes this giant monster, and they have to stop him. They already stopped all the other monsters. A bunch of them got back into the body, and then they obviously, got these things, and they eventually beat Scrappy and get the rest of them out and stuff. It all ends well. They find out the guy who was actually running the place was underground, and he was trapped there. But yeah, so this is it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I give this a solid 10. It's a great film. If you have not seen it, check it out. Like I said, rate this a 10. I thank you guys for watching. You guys can always stay epic. I'll see you in tomorrow's video for the next video for Scooby-Doo week. You guys can always, like I said, stay epic. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.